So to recap, we have cartridge, beautiful, Bubsy 4D for the Switch 2. Then we have game manual, great. Then we have beautiful artwork. Look at that, isn't that pretty? And then we have it on the other side as well. Then you're also gonna have, I love this one, the art of Bubsy 4D. I thought that it was super cute. And you're gonna have a double-sided poster that is so cool. Let's see. There we go, there we go. Bubsy 40 and Bubsy 40 again. Love it. Now let's check out the game, which is the important part, isn't it? Let's go. Because against all laws of nature, physics, and basic video game design ethics, Bubsy is back in the 4th dimension! And we're about to find out if this is an actual nostalgic fever dream or just a weaponized psychological experiment. Which coincidentally, I am leaning towards option B here. And honestly, I couldn't be happier. So if you saw the YouTube short where we unwrapped and opened the physical copy of this game, you already know the level of structural damage we're dealing with here. Plastic was flying everywhere there. The smells were smelt. Oh, they were whiffed. Opening that case felt less like unboxing a brand new game, although it did smell like that. And more like breaking open a radioactive time capsule from 1993 that had been buried under a mountain of scrunchies, slap bracelets, dead Tamagotchis, butterfly clips, and crushed VHAs. It smelled like pure, unfiltered nostalgia and questionable life choices, accompanied with that brand new plastic smell. I honestly thought that tiny hologram of a neon windbreaker was going shit out of the cartridge slot. It didn't. It would have been very cool though. It didn't. Now, for those of you who did not grow up in the glorious era of internet and Tamagotchis, let me catch you up on the door. Now, Bubsy the Bobcat was the 90s gaming mascot equivalent of, you know, that one kid at the birthday party who just drinks 3 juice boxes, one after the other, then decides that a lampshade on his head makes him the funniest person on the party. Heads up, I was that kid. I still have the lampshade. But no, like everyone else just wanted to eat their ice cream cake in absolute peace. Bubsy was supposed to be the definitive Sonic killer. You know, instead, he barely managed to be a mild inconvenience to anybody. To Mario, to Sonic, yeah, no. Bubsy was pretty much passed inadvertently. Yet here we are, in 2026, playing Bubsy, Paws 40. Because you know what? The universe absolutely loves a chaotic punchline. Look, I don't want to be mean, but look at this movement. I mean, it feels like trying to steer a shopping cart with one broken wheel through a completely iced parking lot. Like, you're never gonna get there. Well, you will get there, and then you're gonna pass there, and then you're gonna have to come back, and then you're gonna have a hard time getting into the same place. I mean, Bubsy doesn't run, he slides through existence, you know? The developers call it fluid momentum, but I call it, I just wanted to go over there. Why am I suddenly in orbit and plunging to my death? The level design is an absolute masterclass in 90s maximalism, you know? They just threw everything at the wall to see what would stick. And I love it. Again, you have to understand I have ADHD, and that makes it, all that chaos, it kind of makes sense to me. Oh in a very complicated way, but it makes sense to me. So, play patterns, yes. Floating platforms that completely defy gravity and logic, absolutely. A soundtrack that sounds like a jazz band falling down a long flight of stairs? Well, why not? Wrap it up and ship it, guys. We are done here. We have a banger. It is peak nostalgia wrapped in a giant ball of hair and confusion. Now let's talk about the 4D aspect of Bubsy Paws 4D. Because when I think of the 4th dimension, I think of time, space, reality bending. Cause me wonder, what do the developers think of? Apparently, it just means adding an extra camera angle that completely disorients you during a precision jumping sequence. Oh, what do you mean that you want to jump there? Let's move the camera so you cannot find where did you come from or where do you go, Cotton Eye Joe? I know I already used that joke, but it was just right there. I don't know, it is brilliant, really. If you can make the platforming challenging through good design, just make the camera actively hate the person holding the controller. Like, why don't make them puke while they're playing? It's like a psychological thriller, you know, but instead of a spooky ghost, it's just a bobcat asking, what could possibly go wrong? 48/7 time in a single level. I mean, it gets to be a little bit complicated that time, but you know what? It takes me back to the weekends after school when you were down with homework and your parents will take you to the local video store and you could rent a video game for $5. You were the happiest person in the world and you will pick that game out of how radical the cover art looked. In my case, it was how neon the cover art looked. And then you will spend the entire weekend gaslighting yourself into thinking that this was a masterpiece. Because we didn't have anything else to do. Like friends were, I don't know what, with their grandparents, they were not gonna be able to hang. And yeah, so Bubsy Paws 4D captures that exact raw, chaotic energy. It doesn't care about your modern gaming standards or if you like to see where you're jumping. It doesn't care about ray tracing, realistic lighting, or seamless loading screens. No, it just wants you to party like it's 19 as well. But honestly, navigating through this neon labyrinth feels like a literal Sprite quest. Wink wink. It's so cool because you're just going in there collecting yarn. It's not gonna be easy. The camera does make it challenging, but control-wise, you are right there. Controllers are smooth. The game feels smooth. The music, as I said, is not, honestly, it's not that bad, okay? Now let's break down the actual mechanics before we completely lose our minds. The jumping. The jumping has this bizarre floaty quality where you feel like you're moving through molasses. You remember that they always told you a quicksand? Well, that's how I think that quicksand will feel, you know? But the enemies move at supersonic speeds. It creates this wonderful dissonance where you have to predict where you want to be 3 days before you actually get there. And the voice lines? Oh my god, no. The voice lines, they're an absolute treasure. I love that. They are like a compilation of dad jokes and puns that, oh my god, they're so bad that they are sweet. They are, it's like, they actually loop all the way around to becoming high art. You know, when something is so deeply, that's what I expect that happens to these videos, that they become high art one day. It is the kind of writing that makes you want to high-five the writer and then immediately revoke their typing privilege for the safety of humanity. You know what I mean? I think my absolute favorite part of the entire experience is the amount of unique death animations. I able to cycle through a lot of ways to die. I mean, they clearly put a lot of effort into how Bubsy falls apart. Maybe more than the effort that they put on putting Bubsy together, you know? You can get flattened like a pancake. You can pop like a balloon. You can shatter like glass. It is like the developers knew exactly how frustrated we would get with the controls. And they decided to reward our failures with a little cartoon comedy routine. Honestly, you gotta respect the dedication to the craft. I mean, if I'm going to lose all my lives on a single stage, not even on a single stage, let's do this the right way. We're gonna lose all of our lives in the same jump. Either because of a weird invisible wall, or because we couldn't make the jump. That's it, that's easy. At least make it look theatrical and mildly amusing. You know, I want to see a dramatic end. So, what is the ultimate verdict on this retro resurrection? Is it a flawless masterpiece that will redefine the platforming genre for the next decade? I'm sorry. Absolutely not. It is kind of clunky. It is incredibly loud. And it makes choices that would get a game design student instantly to reconsider their career. However, is it fun? Yeah. In a weird, nostalgic, chaotic way? Yeah. It kind of is. It's the perfect way to forget about everything that went wrong in the day and just focus on giving your attention to the screen, knowing that the camera is not going to be on your side. Just try to keep the frustration at a minimum with that. But as I said, controllers are responsive, colors are amazing, the animations are simple but are fun. So yeah, it's the gaming equivalent of eating a cereal out of a giant mixing bowl in the middle of the night. Just waking up and saying, you know what, I want cereal. Or before going to bed at 1 a.m., I want cereal. And I don't want to grab a plate. That's how it feels. And hey, if you want to hang out here more often for the awesome games and, you know, the great company, you know what the subscribe button lives. We are Weird, we love games, and we'll see you on the next quest.